Hello, magical gangsters. Welcome to another edition of Gangstar Magician Tarot. I'll be your host, the Gangstar Magician himself. I'm here to deliver you a message because that's what I do. Rain, sleet, or snow, okay? Because you're part of the 8th house crew. And the 8th house crew, no one's left behind. We come back for our people. We don't play games. All right, one day I'm gonna go over the 8th house, which I'm gonna tell you all about the 8th house, and you're gonna say, "Oh, that's why he says that." All right, that's why he says that. One of these days I will, though. I'm gonna let you know about that. All right, because just know the 8th house. That's like 8th Mile in Detroit. Okay, it's like 8 Mile. You know, nobody wants to go there. Nobody wants to go to the house. That house is all about death. Okay, and death is on our team. Look it up. That's why he's our main man. He gets it all done for us. So we are looking very, very sweet right now, especially with death on our side. Okay, because death on your side, anything is possible. Okay, and anything is possible because I have a clear quartz wand and I will grant your wish and protect us with the boomerang tourmaline. Okay. So, and then Archangel Michael said, you don't even have to worry about none of that nonsense. He said, let me worry about that. That's my thing. He says, I'm the one here who's getting paid to bust demon heads, not you. I said, all right, you're right. He's right. I'm not here to do anything. So I got to stop acting like that, he said. Stop acting like you're a tough guy. He said, you're not really as tough as you come off. He said, I said, all right, listen, please, I'm sorry. I apologized and everything. I did. He sat me down and everything. I got smacked up and all. So just know, stuff happens, you know? Stuff happens. This happens when you get out of line sometimes over here. So, yeah, that's what Archangel Michael tells me. So, I don't know. I just listen to what he says. Because he protects us. He's our protector. He can tell us stuff like that. He's only looking out for our own good here. So, that is what it's all about sometimes. I knew these cards were all mixed up. Nice day out today. Sure is a nice day. That is for certain. Sun's out. It's gonna start getting cold though, they said. Some nonsense gonna happen here. Very cold it's gonna get soon. They said some shift with the polar caps or some shit like that. I don't know. Some shit. So let's see what we're working. Let's get an overall energy read here. I feel like something's being released. I feel like a lot of negativity, a lot of baggage, a lot of, just stuff is being released here. And it's like from 9 of Swords in reverse. Fears, secrets, thoughts. How did I do this again? Oh, man. Look at this. Look at me. Really, really shit in the bed here. Dropping my cards. You know, sometimes mistakes happen here. That happens. It happens. You can't just quit every time you make a mistake and say, oh, I gotta start over now. Okay, so let's get a little selenation here. Let's get ourselves back on track. I'm getting a little carried away here with myself. All right, hold on, I gotta get situated. All right, yeah, I had to get cracked there. All right, let's do this. All right, so just know you have that Knight of Wands energy, okay? That passionate, inspired, adventurous, fearless energy. It's the reason why you're in control of the situation now. There's no other way around it. Nobody's going to say anything else because that's why Justice is here. Justice sees that what it's all about with that energy. This is a very, very admirable energy you're in, okay? You are fearless. You are passionate. You are inspiring. You are adventurous. You're all these things. Okay, and people said you were none of that, and now they're being seen as complete liars, okay, because Justice is here, because you, 6 of Pentacles, are receiving a generous offer, okay, everything is going your way. Like I said, it is working in your favor, all right, because remember, you are a wish come true, 9 of Cups, and you are also getting your wish come true, and you're not just one wish come true, you are, well, just one, you are many wishes come true, and that is a fact. So we all see this happening. So whoever 2 of Swords felt like they wanted to avoid or had some difficult decisions or wanted to keep some, weigh their options, They're not weighing them anymore, okay? Because they clearly see who the one is here, who the pure one is, who the fool is. That's you. You are the one. You are the pure and innocent and one who runs on universal energy. And that's what everybody says. They say that all the time. And I'm going to get my tea. I forgot my tea. And that's what they say. So, look at this. I'm messing up here. Whatever. I mean, it happens sometimes, guys. It happens. What do you mean to do? Alright, because I'm a fool. I'm pure. I'm innocent. Leave me alone. Just leave me alone. So, we'll get a read here, see what we have. See what the overall energy is here. Okay, with the overall energy. Like my little chakra thing here. I've got my yellow, orange, and red. I got carnelian, orange agate, and yellow calcite. How about that? Alright, that's what I do. I do stuff. Maybe I'll do a card of the day one of these days. Like a crystal of the day. I don't know. Maybe I'll start getting educational. I don't know. We'll see. Tell me if you would like that. I don't know. If you want me to do stuff, I could do stuff. I could teach. But I know a lot of people ain't here to be taught. They want the entertainment. I'm here to entertain you. That's my main purpose here. Okay? That's what I do. I entertain. That's why it's for entertainment purposes only. Take what resonates, leave the rest, they say, right? I don't ever say that. Do you? You never hear me say that. Because I don't give a fuck. All right, so here you go. Because you're dealing with what you were dealing with earlier. This Queen of Cups in reverse, okay? So you were dealing with this person. All right, so we know that they are the one that was recommended. This was the one that they said was going to be your replacement, that the one they could control, that was going to get your destiny. This person promised everybody the world, was promised the world, and now they're getting nothing, okay? All they're getting now is this Five of Wands, okay? This conflict, this strife, this tension. They thought that they wanted to be rival with you. They thought they could easily dispose of you because of whatever, status they may have had in the 3D. Well, they must have been unaware of the status you had in the 5D. And the 5D outranks the 3D by 2D, okay? If we're counting by Ds, okay? And that makes no sense, but just, no, that's funny if it was really that way. But just at the end of the day, nobody is bigger than whoever's in the 5D, okay? Trust me when I tell you, especially down here. All right, because the 5D is coming into effect now. It's almost like a 5D versus 3D situation right now. It's pretty much what's going on. So, and 5D is going to easily win this one. We're going to win this one, all right? Trust me when I tell you, okay? Because 6 of Wands in reverse. This Queen of Cups in reverse, they've been discredited. They're seen as very, very unpopular. They're not being recognized, okay, in the way they thought. They thought they were going to be this big shot. They were going to come in and you were going to be sitting there watching like this, like a Queen of Cups in reverse, crying, saying, oh, I wish look what they did to me. Everybody will be laughing at you. That's what they thought. Okay, they wanted you stuck too in this 8 of Swords. They wanted you stuck in your mental head, in your head, in a mental prison, in prison, whatever. They just didn't want you to be seen at all. But now they're stuck and being discredited and seen as unpopular. Yeah, it sucks. It's unfortunate. And you knew that was going to happen. That's why you didn't wrestle around in the mud. They needed you to wrestle around with them. They needed you to wrestle. You were like, no, I don't want to get dirty. I look too good. Not here to get dirty. We're not here to get dirty. Okay? We're lovers. We're not fighters. We're not here to fight. Okay? We're here to love. Okay? We let Archangel Michael and God and everybody, they handle all that stuff. Okay? Because that's how you don't accumulate karma. And that's how we're not going to have any more karma. Okay? That's how it's all going to get worked off. All this karmic energy is being worked off now, okay? And that's why 7 of Wands, you're in complete control of the situation. So many people are in complete control now, okay, that were not in control not too long ago. So there's a big reason for that, and that's because you remained in this lover's energy, okay? Nobody was going to take this from you, okay? This Queen of Cups at one time presented themselves as a regular Queen of Cups, always try to present themselves as a regular Queen of Cups. Okay, but now they're being discredited as a bum. That's a fake. It was a fraud. They were put up to this. They were given the information. They were paid to do this, to approach your counterpart. and pretend that they're a twin flame, okay? But now that they're seeing, it's just like, okay, now you're like, now what? What do you got to say for yourself? Queen of Cups in reverse. What do you have to say for yourself? They don't have much to say, except trying to blame you, saying that you're the fraud still. But people are laughing. They see him as a Queen of Cups in reverse. They see you clearly. Okay, you know who's really sees them as a Queen of Cups in reverse and is really not in the mood for them? And the 8th house enforcer, Death, of course, is here. Okay, and he says, I have a couple questions here for you, Queen of Cups in reverse. Did you think you were going to destiny swap with Irene, man? The magical gangstars of the world? Did you think this was going to happen? That's what he's saying while he's on the horse. And he's looking down at them with his flag and everything. He says, let me tell you something, brother. He says, you don't do stuff like that. He says, I have a good mind right now to, take you with me. So I don't know what he's going to talk about after that, but just know they're being discredited now, okay, this Queen of Cups, okay? And you are being credited as the Queen of Pentacles because you are the ideal spouse. You're the one everyone comes to see. You're everyone wants to be, okay? They want to either be it or they want to be with you. One or the other. So this always leads to enemies, and that's just why you have all these enemies. It is what it is. It's part of the game. Part comes with it. Just not have to know how to handle it. And get on Death's good side. Okay? Get on Death's good side. When Death likes you, you can't lose. Trust me when I tell you. All right, because that is exactly what I'm telling you, because I'm a Queen of Pentacles, for God's sakes, and so are you. But yes, okay, they tried to say that you were not the ideal spouse. They tried to say you couldn't take care of yourself. Okay, you clearly showed you're a 9 of Pentacles. You clearly showed that you don't need anybody, and that is exactly what this King of Pentacles is most turned on about of you, because this is what they tried to say, this Queen of Cups in reverse. They tried to say you were this, and that the person that they recommended is this. Okay, your copycat is this. But now you proved it. You disproved it. You discredited it with the 6 of Wands in reverse. All right? You destroyed their confidence. There's any recognition for this person. Or being seen as a friggin' nut who would do something like this is crazy. So, whatever. Okay? And like I said, you're being seen as a 9 of Pentacles, but these persons being seen as a 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay? They put on a false sense of success. This is what they were. There's a hustler. They hustled your counterpart into thinking that, trying to make them think that you were the karmic, but they had help from family members helping this person. It was just all done as like a paid actor type situation. This is how crazy this is. And this person's it's like a paid actor getting caught doing this. It's crazy, dude. Okay, you know who's catching them? Your King of Cups, of course, okay, because they love you. All right, and they're back. And they said, listen, I know what's going on here. And they said, you think I don't know what was going on? I knew what was going on the whole time, they said. We just had to let it play out this way. That's why you always kept this lover's energy. That's why they're back toward their default. Okay, so there you go. They know. They said, we knew what this person was. We never cared about them. You see us marry them? They said, we're not married to them. They said, we didn't even care about them. They said, they just pushed us into this and whatever. We just knew it was going to end this way anyway. So don't be mad at us. That's what they're saying. I don't know. All right, because again, here you go. Because they said, you are this Queen of Pentacles. Of course you are, this King of Cups says. All right, he says, I know you are the Queen of Pentacles. I know you are the ideal spouse. I know you are the one everyone comes to see. I know you are that 9 of Pentacles. There you go. So you are here as this Queen of Pentacles because that's who you are. Okay, and you are in this lover's energy, clear as day, while this King of Cups and Justice is here for you, okay, in the form of Death handling this Queen of Cups in reverse for you, this 9 of Pentacles in reverse person who's being 6 of Wands in reversed, discredited, and, not being seen as very unpopular. Nobody wants to be around them. They want to be around this. A loving Queen of Pentacles. Who wouldn't want that? Right or wrong? Tell me that. Okay, and I know what else this Queen of Pentacles is going to be receiving. A generous offer, 6 of Pentacles, because they have been seen for what they went through, what they endured at the hands of this Queen of Cups in reverse. This is a person who tried to replace you, okay? So now it's like this person's the fake and you are being seen as the real. And now it's like this person's like, it's like a Scooby-Doo mystery right now. It's like you just came out of the thing and they're like, oh, well, we'd have got away with it if it wasn't for this meddling magical gangsters. This is exactly what's happening right now. It was like sleeping with the enemy. Okay, and this being seen. But you know what's going to happen? It doesn't really matter. Because the end result will always be your wish come true. That'll be this Two of Cups. It's always going to be there. Trust me when I tell you. You got this Lover's energy, your Queen of Pentacles, okay? You're going to be receiving your wish come true, Six of Pentacles, okay? Because you are Queen of Pentacles and Lover's energy. There you go. And Death is over here handling this Queen of Cups in reverse. So far so good for you. That's all I could say. This is one of those a nice one. Okay. What's not so nice is how this Queen of Cups in reverse, how unloving they're being seen with this Six of Cups in reverse. They're clearly being seen. They try to pretend that they were in this unconditionally loving Queen of Cups at the beginning when you were down, when you were, hurting, and you were just in the separation. When they always come, these Queen of Cups in reverse always come after the separation, sometime a month or two, and they always like present themselves as like the savior now. So, and it works for a little bit because it's like the people just want to feel better, your King of Cups, and at the end of the day, and then you have their whole family pushing them into it, saying, oh, this is the right thing, that this, you were evil, blah, blah. But it was like they already knew that none of that was true, but they were like, whatever, I'm not, they said this, they're not swimming upstream, they're just going with the flow, and what's supposed to happen is going to happen, they said. Okay, they said it's not going to fight it. They're not fighting what's supposed to, that's what they said. They said they know you're their wish come true, Nine of Cups. They know the Two of Cups is your wish come true. They said, but this karmic energy needs to be cleared before that can happen. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. We just have to go with the flow here. Whatever happens, happens, and deal with it. This is what your person says. Okay, so whatever's happening is happening. Okay, that's what they said. They said it was all written. It was all supposed to happen this way. They said there's nothing else. What do you want to fight about it? So you want to keep fighting? They said. I said, no, I don't want to fight no more. But now I'm saying, but that's what this is my fucking head's telling me. So this is what, I'm getting channeled. This is what the fucking King of Cups is saying. Sometimes they're shifty though. Remember that. But I don't think they're going to be shifty now because you're too on point right now. Nobody wants to play games with you now. Okay, they realize it was fun to play games when you were unaware of what was going on. It's easy to play games, okay? It's very easy, okay? But now, Nine of Wands in reverse, you play games with us, you get very paranoid, you get overwhelmed, okay? You don't know what's going to happen because we'll just overpower you, okay? That's what we are. We're magical gangstar magicians who overpower people who try to overpower us, okay? We bait them in, we say, come on, brother, keep it coming. And we transmute it, and we let, Death and Archangel Michael handle them. We say, oh, you shouldn't have did that to us. We don't even respond. We just say, that was a bad idea. That was a bad decision you made there. That's unfortunate for you. We'll see you later, okay? And then all of a sudden, Death, and when a white horse comes, says, yes, that was a bad decision. So this is what people are starting to see this now. They're starting to see that you are this sexy-ass Queen of Wands, okay? That nothing can touch you because you're just too protected, and you're not willing to you're willing to do the right thing all the time. So here's the thing. It'd be one thing if you were in good karma mode and you were still like, you wouldn't be in there if you weren't doing the right thing. Like I said, it doesn't really matter. So you have to do the right thing all the time to keep with this good karma, okay? Because otherwise, you will just get automatic bad karma. This Queen of Wands is staying in this full energy as pure and innocent, okay? And this is all to the chagrin of this Queen of Cups in reverse, because they try to say you were a groupie, a hanger-on, or somebody who was just looking for a free meal. This is what this Queen of Cups in reverse tried to say. But realistically, this person is the person who's willing to do anything for money, getting paid to pretend to be somebody's twin flame, their soulmate, when they know they're not. And it's just like, it's sickening to me. But whatever. It's going to be seen, so no biggie. They're not going to be around much longer. Death is here with them, okay? Because now Seven of Swords in reverse. Somebody's coming clean on this person. You think how long you think they're going to keep protecting? Somebody's going to have to get sacrificed. All right, we already see the King of Swords in reverse and the King of Wands in reverse were earlier being sacrificed, and now probably it's this Queen of Cups in reverse time. They're coming. It has to happen because you have this Ace of Cups here. Your wish come true, a Nine of Cups. You're building this foundation on Ten of Cups. You're clearly a Queen of Pentacles and Lover's energy, whose Six of Pentacles is receiving, an Ace of Cups. So there you go. And then you have somebody here coming clean. Seven of Swords in reverse. Because they're paranoid, overwhelmed, and Death is here. So perhaps Death is at this, making this Queen of Cups in reverse come clean. Okay, so maybe this is what's happening. This Queen of Cups has to apologize to you and this King of Cups by saying that there's the only way that Death said that they could get away with this, not get away with this, but the only way that they could walk away from this is if they apologize to you and this King of Cups and say they're sorry and they leave, and whoever else that was a part of this goes with them and leaves. They said that's the only way. Otherwise, they want to keep playing this game. Death said then they're gonna have to deal with it. Okay, so this is where it's at right now. That they're making this person come clean. Okay, this person comes clean. That's what kill their ego. All right, so and then perhaps maybe they'll be able to heal. I don't know. We don't want them around, but we don't care what happens to them. We're not here to Death handles all that stuff. We don't handle death related stuff. That's why it's called Death. That's why he's in charge of it, not us. Okay, we just do what we had to do. Okay, but now the world in reverse, they wanted to take a shortcut. This Queen of Cups in reverse. They didn't want to keep this cycle going. All right, they didn't want to come clean. Okay, so they were offered the opportunity to come clean, but now the world in reverse is here, so they just want to keep this going. Okay, so they think that they're gonna fool Death now. Okay, so Death's he's got his back turned, and they said, oh yeah, we'll do whatever you say, blah blah blah, but they're not gonna change. So they're going to try one more time, because now they're in this Nine of Swords, okay, because they can't kill their ego, okay, the ego is going to kill them, all right, that's why they're anxious and depressed. They know there's nowhere to go, because Death said, don't make me come back here, okay, eventually he's going to come back, okay, eventually the time's going to come, okay, if they want to keep playing these games, if they don't, want to do the right thing and come clean. All right, so that's what's happening right now. All right, Ace of Swords are reversed. So now there's maybe some clouded judgment here. Yes, it must be for this Queen of Cups in reverse. There has to be clouded judgment, because there's got to be confusion. They must not have any clarity, because if Death is coming here and offering them, saying, all you got to do is come clean and you can walk away from this, and this person's rathering to just take it to the end, that tells me that this is a confused person who doesn't care, doesn't value life at all. So whatever, it doesn't matter. Let them keep coming. It only makes it better for you. Okay, so you can't say, well, we didn't offer you, we gave you a shot. You spit in Death's face. Okay, Two of Wands, because you're playing and you're progressing. Okay, so whatever inspiration you're turning into an action plan here. All right, things are coming together. You didn't put all your eggs in one basket. You have them. You put them in all little different spots, okay? They thought they were all knocking them over, but you kept the valuable eggs right in plain sight where nobody could see. And they just, I don't know, they could have seen it if they really looked. They just thought you were, I don't know, they didn't plan this far. Let's say it that much. Okay, they didn't plan this far, because they are not the star here, okay? You are the one who's the star of the show. This Queen of Cups now is being very clearly seen that way, okay? They now want to, here's what's going to happen. So they're coming at this point where this Queen of Cups in reverse, Death is giving you the opportunity, Seven of Swords in reverse, to come clean for this Queen of Cups. This is the person, your copycat, doppelganger. They wanted the destiny swap with you. So now, they're being clearly seen as a star in reverse, as a fake, a fraud, a phony, who's, conditionally loved and doesn't even know what love is. Basically, a Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Basically, somebody who, is a hustler, you know what I mean? They're presenting themselves as like you, as if they were the soulmate or something. Like they were none of that, okay? Now, the fact that your back is this loving Queen of Pentacles that's receiving the Six of Pentacles is making this person very paranoid, Nine of Wands in reverse, and overwhelmed, okay? Because now they're becoming discredited and being seen as very unpopular, because they have the Star in reverse energy. They're clearly seen as the Ace of Cups in reverse. You have Death here that's giving them an opportunity to come clean, but these people must not be seen clearly, because they have this Ace of Swords in reverse, because they're confused. There's some clouded judgment here with this Queen of Cups, because they want the world in reverse keep this cycle going. They want to take a shortcut. They don't want to do the right thing here. Okay, they don't want to come apologize and say they did was wrong. Okay, so Death said, well, if I got to come back, then guess what? The Ten of Swords is here for you, and that is the end. That will be the end of this Queen of Cups. Okay, so trust me when I tell you, that is the end for this Queen of Cups. Okay, they were given a chance. Now they have to pay. It's unfortunate. Okay, but that has nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you at all. Only has to deal with Death. That's his job. We don't interfere with other people's jobs. It's not what we do around here. So let's get a little confirmation, a little clarification. Because again, the end is here. That's another card. The end is here. The end is here. So I just grabbed those. So whatever. Let's see what we're doing here. Alright, so just remember, you are a magical gang star, okay? You are the gang star magician. Nobody's going to tell you otherwise, okay? Nobody's going to come in here. Nobody's going to boss you around. Nobody's going to say they're with this guy or with that one. They're not going to be able to do that because you're going to say, listen, pal, listen, I don't want to hear your bullshit. Alright, so get the fuck out. You chase the guy. Tell him to get lost. I don't want to hear it. Alright, I'm a gang star magician, for God's sakes. I'm not here to play games with you, okay? Because remember, death is on our team, okay? He's here. Trust me when I tell you, he's coming for you. He's not going to let you walk away from this. Nobody's going to walk away from this. Where's our main man at? Where is he? Where do we put him at? This one. There he is. Just know he's here. That confirms that death is here, okay? So death is here for you, okay? So when they come up against you, you know the rest, okay? Because the Empress is here, and the Empress will tell you the rest, and that is they get sent back to hell to never be seen or heard from again, okay? That's what the Empress just said, okay? Because they said, remember, they said, death is here, okay? Because when they come up against you, death is here. That's what it's saying. I don't know, whatever. Three of Wands, and you clearly have your plan in motion now. Everything is moving along here. So, yeah, sounds good. You know, and you're this Empress. Of course you are. That's a magician. That's a High Priestess magician. An Empress, High Priestess magician is who you are. That's impressive. That impresses me. How did you do that? That's what I'd like to know. How did you become that? I would love you to tell me. You dig it? Now, can you dig that? Yeah, I always willing to learn. You never let nobody know, okay? Never let nobody know how powerful you really are. I always tell, oh, you want to help? Thank you. I appreciate you. All right, just understand. We're going to get a confirmation here, God, please. A clarification, please, and thank you. All right, so we have this Ten of Wands. And we just know now somebody's carrying this Queen of Cups in reverse. Most likely now is carrying the burden. Okay, they have a lot of extra responsibility now that they're being seen as a fake. Okay, and especially with death here. You know, giving them a couple options, and they're not, you know, they made the wrong option. So we do know that that's going to be unfortunate for them. And you know why? Because Page of Pentacles, you're clearly manifesting that. Okay? That's what you're doing. You're manifesting all this. All right? You're manifesting the end for this person because you need them to go. Okay? They're karmic energy that needs to go. They're not coming. They're not coming with you. Don't ever, this person, you don't even know who this is probably. Half the people, you don't even know who that is. All right? Just know, here you go. They said they're being released. The devil's here. Devil in reverse. Being released, okay? This person was devil. This was like the devil here trying to mess with your whole fucking twin flame union, okay? So now this person's being released. This energy, once that's clear, because death's here. Never forget that, okay? I just need you to remember that the Ace of Pentacles is also here. That's that financial opportunity you're going to be receiving, okay? You're going to have the abundance. You're the Nine of Pentacles, okay? You're Queen of Pentacles. You're just, I don't know, man. Whatever, it doesn't matter. They said you weren't any of this stuff, but now you prove that you are. So it's like, it doesn't even, there's nothing to talk about. It's like, whatever, don't even dwell on it. Just know, you know who you are. You know exactly who you are. Okay, and you know, Hierophant in reverse, that Queen of Cups in reverse, this devil, they were corrupt hypocrites, okay? They try to present themselves like they were you. And the fact is that they're being seen as people that would go to very strong lengths to, you know, block a divine union. And that's very sickening. But all it's leading to you is getting this Four of Wands, okay? Because remember, the Four of Wands is a card of celebration, joy, harmony, and relaxation. It represents the happiness and satisfaction that comes from achieving a goal or milestone. So I would say what you achieved, what you went through, which is a very admirable. That's what I would say. I would say that. I would agree. Okay, because remember, you are the one who's the Queen of Pentacles, but this person here is the one that's not a Queen of Pentacles. That's what they try to say. They try to say that you were this, okay, and that they were that. No, it's just all these projections are being returned now. So it's clear as day being seen that you here solved the puzzle. You have the Wheel of Fortune. You solved the puzzle. It is all coming to a close, okay? You're getting your prize, okay? Everything is coming together. It's very soon. The 9 year. I like to repeat myself just because I don't know if everybody always hears a lot of stuff. So I like to tell you it's a 9-year and at the conclusion, okay? So all cycles are going to end. So that's why I urge you to remain in hermit energy and just wait it out, okay? Because there's no need to ever roll around the mud, because there are going to be situations where people are going to approach you. But now I think with death here, taking care of stuff, and these people carrying the burden, and now there's devil being released, this tells me, and being seen as corrupt hypocrites, yeah, you don't have much to worry about anymore. Okay, 7 of Pentacles, because you stayed hardworking, you had a long-term view, okay, you're perseverant, okay, you're seeing results here, okay, you're seeing justice too. Not for nothing, but justice is here, okay? Death is here. This is all part of the 8th house crew. So, you know, this devil didn't anticipate you coming together with your soul tribe. They thought they were going to keep you isolated. They didn't see this happening, okay? Now, again, 9 of Wands reversed. They're being very paranoid here, very overwhelmed, okay? They're exhausted. There's nothing they could do. That's why this devil's being released. There's nothing they could do. They can't hold this burden any longer, this 10 of Wands. It has to be released. Okay, because everybody knows you're the Queen of Wands. Everybody knows you are a confident and independent person who is passionate and determined, who radiates warmth and vitality. Everybody knows that. And you're in that energy 100% of the time, and that's the energy this King of Cups finds so sexy about you. And that is what you are. That is who you are, okay? Because you remain balanced and in temperance. You always stayed under control. You never let yourself get out of control. You remained hardworking. Okay, they tried to say that they tried to say you were a Queen of Cups in reverse and a Queen of Pentacles in reverse, but you showed that you were clearly exactly the opposite, and that whoever said that is who they are. Okay, now they're heartbroken. Okay, whoever chose with this person or picked over you, everybody's heartbroken now. At the end of the day, this was supposed to happen. So there's nothing you could do. There's no reason to dwell on it. Just whatever happens, happens. Everybody's got to learn their lesson somehow or another. Or not. Death is here to handle it. You don't have to do anything. That's what I got to keep telling you. You got to do nothing. Sit back, relax. Okay? Sit back, relax, 3 of Cups, okay? Because you are with your soul tribe. You are here. You're protected by the 8th house crew. Okay, because it's a spiritual and emotional awakening that connects you with your intuition, divine love, and the abundance in life. The celebration, there's friendship, there's community. People are seen as one here. It's a team, okay? Because remember, we are not here to reject our people, okay? 4 of Cups. We're not here to make people feel small or low or anything like that. We're not here to do any of this stuff, 4 of Cups, okay? Because this is not what you want. This is something that we don't want this. Nobody wants this. Just go away. We don't want that. So get away. Everything here is positive. We don't want any negativity. We're not here to do stuff like this. Okay, again, here you go. So this keeps coming out. Who's here for us? Death is here. Okay, just understand. I want to end it here because I don't want to keep going because death is here. So just know this is all centering around death of a Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay, so that's what it comes down to. And you, this wish come true, this 9 of Cups will receive this Ace of Cups, okay? Because that is what you deserve. And that is what death said, and that is why he's here twice, okay? Because, again, the death card advises you that you should detach from the old order, okay? He comes and he advises you that, okay? And then people, they don't listen, all right? So he says you may want to complete some unfinished tasks, so he gives you some time to finish what you needed to finish, okay? It's nice like that. And it says it's time to move on is what he tells them. And if they're not willing to move on, you could free yourself to join the sweep of incoming light, okay? So it's almost saying like you can actually join and be on the light side, okay? You don't have to remain dark. We're giving you an opportunity, Death says, to do the right thing, okay? So, well, if you don't want to do the right thing, no problem. See you next lifetime. All right, so there you go. He's giving you an opportunity. Says it right there. If you don't want to do the right thing, okay. If you don't want to take the opportunity, okay. Nice knowing you. All right, guys. See you later.